Now, as a way of improving investigations into fire outbreaks in the country, the Ghana National Fire Service is undergoing investigative training at the Forensic Science Department at the University of Cape Coast. Now, the training is to boost the capacity of the personnel to handle issues of fire and determine the causes of fire using scientific approaches. Head of Department of the Forensic Science Department at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Richmond Afuakwa, says the sophistication of crimes in recent times requires sophisticated investigations. Richard Kwejonyako has more.
The curriculum for the teaching of the personnel of the Ghana National Fire Service forensic methods of investigation into fire incidents in the country is ready. The training follows the request by the Chief Fire Officer for personnel of the Fire Service to have continuous professional education. Head of Department of the Forensic Science Department at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Richmond Afuakwa, tells JoyNews highly skilled personnel from the university have already had training with their Indian counterparts and are ready to impart.
The Chief Fire Officer actually made that request to the department to draft this training program for them because he has seen that there is a need for officers to get this continuous professional training, especially during instances where there is fire and they are unable to do that investigation to unravel the cause of the fire. So that is what we have done here during this workshop. We have discussed thoroughly the curriculum we have developed, received inputs from them, because most often as academics, when we develop programs, there is that missing link between academia and industry. Industry is the end user of most of our programs. So what we have done here this afternoon is to receive inputs from them and added on to what we have done as academics.
Public Relations Officer of the Ghana National Fire Service, DO1 Ohene Yawkwating, warned journalists to have patience with the fire service when fire gets any place. He says the current training would help shore up the capacity of the fire service personnel.
I think what came up was the issue of journalists always wanting to know the cause of fires, even sometimes 1 hour after the fire. And the issue is that what we're trying to come out with is that there are certain fires that you can investigate for even a long time. Some even the results are not determined. You will not be able to know the cause, and that's the nature of some fires. But media men have not been patient with us, and sometimes you create the impression that we are incompetent. That is why we are not telling you or we don't know. But what it is that when we do fire investigations, what we find are always subjects of what we educate people on. It not necessarily comes to say that this is what happened in this man's house, he was sleeping and he left this thing on and all that.
The courses have been designed already and undergoing fine-tuning to make it meet the expectations of the general public. Richard Kwejonyako, JoyNews, Cape Coast.